Norway performing to nothing against Philippines right there. But we'll see how things pans out to be, fingers crossed. Now let's talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria yesterday. At this point in time, I feel that since 1999, that's 4 years ago, was when they got their very best performance. So far so good. But this time around, they've been able to get out of the group stages of the FIFA Women's World Cup without suffering a defeat. And that's a huge feat for us. Now looking at the game yesterday, I mean, football theorem would assume that we should have beaten the Republic of Ireland, but despite the fact that they are debutants, despite the fact that they've had an underwhelming performance so far when it comes to the FIFA Women's World Cup, I think they're a good team. Now, you want to look at a coach, her pedigree and all of that. It states that Vera Pauw is also a good coach, taking Netherlands to the Euros 2019, taking South Africa to Olympics, taking the Republic of Ireland right now out of the World Cup to the World Cup, definitely for their first performance on the world stage. I think it's a good one for them. Because at this point in time, Joseph, if you would want to notice about what is going on concerning the group stages, you'd find out that teams will know that they are out. All they manage to do is get a point or at least get a win. That could actually serve as a motivation for them, maybe in the next 4 years.
I think it called across all competition. Normally, if you have the Premier League, and when you get to the dying stages of the league, say match day 26, 27, teams that are surviving or trying to survive relegation
comes out as the best.
Put up a good fight because nobody wants to go down like that. And what happened yesterday, blame the coach. Yes, the Ireland team, kudos to them. If you qualify for the World Cup or any major international competition, it's no fluke. It means that you're good. So they're making it to the World Cup. Kudos to them for that. But yesterday, I think the coach, which he should not repeat, played a game which wasn't good at all, in the sense that he knew they needed a point to go through, but forgot that they could have qualified as first as well. And if you notice that at the 62nd minute of that game, everything changed. Nigeria started attacking, and the game plan was defend, then have Asisa Toshola up front, launch a counter attack. And so, yes, we had that chance. We had those chances. In
the 14th minute by Asisa Toshola. And I think two others in the second half coming where Brosnan, that's the coach, or sorry, the goalkeeper of the Republic of Ireland, actually made 2 saves. One from Uchenna Kanu and the other from Asisa Toshola. So I think
that for the coach, as I was saying, I think he should have thought of qualifying as first and start on a good note, score goals, and you can defend. And there will be no need meeting England because playing England is a very tough one, no doubt about that. And I think going into that game against England, with all due respect to Asisa Toshola, she should be dropped, honestly, because I think players like Gift Monday should come into the frame. Assistant hasn't really...
Yesterday, I felt the substitution was a bit timely from what's his name now, Randy Wildrum, in the 70th minute when he brought in Onumonu as well as Gift Monday. I have been craving to see Gift Monday play actually, and definitely yesterday she was able to get a bit of her time. But Joseph, just like you were saying, I think I would like to back you up on this point concerning Asisa Toshola. I feel that some of these players do better when they are dropped for the first half and comes in the second half. Of course, Asisa Toshola was the icing on the cake for us in the very second game against the Matildas of Australia. And she came in 70th minute, if I'm not mistaken right here. She got that goal, the third goal against Australia. And it was a beautiful performance. She came in charged up. She came in with the whole might. So I feel like some of them, when they put them in the second half of the game, they tend to do better.
It's not even that. I think that different teams, different formation, and watch how these guys play. If you watch Barcelona Femini how they play, most times if you check, they go with the 4-3-3 formation. Some players need help. So if you look at Asisa Toshola at Barcelona, you have 2 players from the flanks who do the runs, and she's always in position. The same thing you have at Napoli with Victor Osimhen. For Helen Haaland, it's different because they're a complete striker. So if you're not playing that formation, it's difficult for players like that to strive. Like the Super Falcons, they don't play 4-3-3 formation.
They play
yesterday it was a 3-5-1 formation. So they changed this formation, so it might be difficult for Asisa to adapt. But you look at players like Gift Monday, she's a hustler. She can come back, get the ball, and convert it. So against England, it will be difficult because they will attack you. So while they attack, you need to do something. And again, the defense line of the Super Falcons need to be worked on. Plumter doesn't look like that player that was.
But at least she was able to give us some highlights yesterday. I mean, pushing away some of the balls, I think, both in the first and second half. So just like you rightly stated, and I feel the whole of the group stages, I think we've gotten better at each game. Of course, that is that is what a tournament does. Make sure that your weaknesses are exposed. That is, if your opponent allows you to actually identify those weaknesses and get better at it, which I feel I would want to agree with you that probably they have not been too good as it comes to balancing their occasions on different group stage matches. Now, aside from that, I think one of the strengths that Randy Waldron possesses is game management. Aside from that, the reactions of these girls to how the opponents play, I think that's one major strength for Randy Waldron. But then he might not get it right if he uses the same tactics and everything when it comes to facing England or Denmark in that one. But that is how it stands for the group stages. I think it's all congratulations to the girls, the Super Falcons of Nigeria qualifying out of the group stages,
and
getting into the knockout round.
$60,000 in the bag for
absolutely.
each player. $60,000. That's what each player will be collecting. So let's remind you once again of how it all played out yesterday. Canada were beaten by Australia 4-0. The Super Falcons and Ireland shared the spoils. Goalless it ended. We also saw Japan trash Spain 4-0, and Zambia getting the first win of the competition. But then they should be in Lusaka at the moment.
Absolutely. Now let's give you further update as it concerns the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Now, following her red card in the opening game, Nigeria's Super Falcons midfielder Deborah Abiodun has been ruled out of the team's next game. Now, the combative midfielder was sent off the game against Canada and sat out a clash with Australia in the second game. And the World Soccer ruling body has reviewed her red card, and the 3-match ban has been slammed on her. Nigeria secured their qualification for the round of 16 after playing out a goalless draw against the Republic of Ireland yesterday. That is how it stands. So one very effective player as it comes to the Super Falcons, one very good midfielder. Of course, we saw how effective she was in the very last game against Canada. That's Deborah Abiodun, has been slammed with a 3-match ban. And
that is sad. What a player, but I think she will learn a lesson. And if it's 3 matches now, so it starts counting from the first game.
Honestly,
it starts from the second.
From
so she missed the game against Ireland. So she's going to miss the third game against England or Denmark. And so the next time we'll see Deborah play is if Nigeria defeats England or Denmark. With the stats not in their favor.
If.
If.
I like that word. Now, let's give them updates concerning the games going on currently. But I do understand the fact that in the very first half of the game between Netherlands and Vietnam, in 23 minutes, Netherlands were able to put 4 goals past the debutants of the World Cup.
Let me add more more salt to the injury right now. I told you when the competition started that Vietnam are known for war. And why they're here, not for football.
But they're trying their best to be known for other things like sports.
It is 5-0 at the moment, 55 minutes gone. The Netherlands 5, Vietnam 0. The United States and Portugal 56 minutes. They're still slugging it out. It's still goalless at the moment. But don't forget, by 12 noon, we'll have China versus England and Denmark versus Haiti. Now, that is where we are waiting, where the Super Falcons, their fate to be decided.
Yeah.
So, how it stands right now, knowing where who the Super Falcons will be playing, England tops their group with 6 points, Denmark with 3 points. So that is why people believe that Nigeria will be playing England, because they need a point. And with England playing,
England needs a point.
China. So
China.
I believe England should be going through and probably playing Nigeria. But then the table might swing as well, because China are third on the log. They have 3 points. They know they can defeat England. If they defeat England by 2-0, they move to 6 points. Now, England will have a -0. Denmark are expected to beat Haiti, no doubt about that. Denmark has 3 points. So it means that if England is not careful here, they might also drop to third. We saw that happen with New Zealand. So we are waiting to see.
Absolutely. And I feel that, in my own opinion, I feel England has not been that team so far so good in the group stages of the World Cup. We were expecting that we were going to see an avalanche of goal when they took on Haiti. Haiti are also debutants in the World Cup, appearing in the World Cup for the very first time in terms of men or women's World Cup appearance. Now, we're thinking they were going to deal them a huge blow, a devastating defeat. But then the reverse was the case, because England was only able to score a goal, and that was a penalty in that very first game. Haiti proved to be a disturbance to the England team. Aside from that, so that game ended 1-0 in favor of England. In their second game against Denmark, it also ended 1-0. So England has not had it easy so far so good in the group stages. But let's see what they can be able to do against China women, and of course Denmark going against Haiti. Well, it's set to be a thrilling encounter, and that is how it stands. So we cannot wait for both matches. What time are these matches are going to be played? Okay, 12 noon, and definitely would be giving you update as it concerns that, but it has to be tomorrow.
16 minutes gone past 9 already. We need to give you more update before we go on the break and give you highlights from matches played yesterday. Let's look at the Npfl updates when we're starting the league and which player is moving.
Absolutely, a whole lot is going on as it concerns the Nigerian Premier Football League. But let's get on to their Twitter page and give you updates coming from that particular angle as it concerns the Nigerian Premier Football League. But we do understand the fact that yesterday, of course, I recall yesterday we brought you news that the Npfl constituted new board has definitely come out to talk about the fact that it's either going to be an abridged format league or a full season format. So definitely a polls are on the Twitter page to make sure that we get to choose which of them would make up as it concerns the 2023-2024 league. Now, aside from that, let's see if we can give you much more details as it concerns transfer gossip in that one. Now, CAF Confederation Cup, hopeful Rivers United have agreed a deal to sign Eyimba and Super Eagles star Kunle Adeleke. The ball-playing centre-back leaves Eyimba after 2 years in Aba to reinforce United's defence with Dennis Ndasi and Fabian Nwori gone. And we also understand the fact that Aqua United have extended their shirt sponsorship deal for another season. This is according to the Npfl news on Twitter. And we also know that Joseph Atude's move to Eyimba from Lobby Stars is a done deal, and he will now play for the Npfl champions next season. So he has moved from Eyimba to Lobby Stars. Well, congratulations to him right there. And recall we told you about the fact that Npfl are proposing 2 formats in the new league, but the Npfl clubs are to meet the newly inaugurated board of the league body on Thursday, that's August 3rd, at the Sandralia Hotel in Abuja. Whilst the agenda for the meeting was not stated, discussions are on the Npfl, which will start tentatively on August 26th or 27th. And that is how it stands as it concerns updates from the Npfl.
All right, away from that, let's talk about the under-23 AFCON. We know that Morocco has booked a spot semi-finals, and that is how we stand when it comes to the under-23 AFCON, meant for players who are 23 or under, and Morocco are through to the semis. And it says a lot about the development plan that has been put in place by the Moroccan FA. They say they have a 10-year plan, and that is what we're seeing. Of
course, and it is working. I beg your pardon. It is working for them, absolutely. The 2011 runners-up secured qualification to the Final Four following a 1-0 win over Congo after previously defeating Ghana and Guinea in the first 2 games to bag 9 maximum group stage points. That is how it stands for Morocco at this point in time. And let's get over and talk about other sports as it concerns Nigeria. Joseph, our wrestlers are getting ready for the pre-Olympic qualifiers. And of course, things are working right there when it comes to other sports as it concerns Nigeria. Now, the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, that's the NWF, has expressed readiness ahead of the 2nd Governor Diri National Wrestling Classics, as over 800 wrestlers across the country from different states and clubs compete for honors. Now, the National Classics, which will hold at the Indoor Sports Hall of the Samson Siasia Sports Complex in Bayelsa State Capital, that's Yenagoa, from August 4th to 10th, 2023, will serve as qualifiers for the forthcoming pre-Olympic World Championship in Serbia. And we do hope to represent ourselves well when it comes to that.
And in cricket, Nigerian under-19 cricket team on Sunday could not scratch out a sweat from the top-ranked Namibian team as they lost 53 runs to the Gaikana club ground in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Now, Namibia won the toss and chose to bat. Their highest-ranked team among the 6 World Cup ticket contenders enjoyed a cool batting inning as they played out 50 overs, recorded 148 runs and lost 9 wickets. Nigeria to chase 149 in the 2nd inning, but were all dismissed in the 37th over. The Nigerian junior Yellow Greens could only score 95 runs, thus making Namibia the win by the difference of the 2 scores and 53 runs. If you don't understand cricket, it means that Nigerian team were well beaten. That's what it means. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think we lost in our very first 2 games, won the 3rd one, and then lost to Namibia in this one. Well, let's see how things would improve as it concerns cricket.
Going to the World Cup, that is what it means. Yeah.
Absolutely. And let's bring you news and updates concerning the Tigresses of Nigeria. That's our basketball women team. Currently, they are participating in the ongoing 2023 AfroBasket Women Championship, and they have been doing us proud. Their very first game against DR Congo, they defeated them. The 2nd game against Egypt, absolutely defeating them also. But Ami Okonkwo, one of our phenomenal one of our phenomenal player rather, when it comes to the Tigresses, has said the Tigers will improve on their shooting going forward, and that everything coach Rena Wakama says motivates them at the ongoing 2023 FIBA Women's Afro Basket. Now, the reigning champions improved to 2-0 in Kigali by seeing of Egypt 83-65 in a game they controlled after a slow start. And with this win, Nigeria tops the Group D and qualified directly for the quarterfinals. But they still have to wait, rather, to know who will be their opponent, who could be either Mozambique or Cote d'Ivoire. All the best to them, and we do hope that the winning performances that we have had in the 2 of the matches that has led us to the quarterfinals, we'll be able to replicate it when we get to face either of Mozambique or Cote d'Ivoire.
All right, that's it from the locals, and we need to go on the break. But let me take you once again to Brisbane. Netherlands 6, Vietnam 0, 62 minutes gone. That's the situation at the moment. We need to go on a break, and one of the matches we're showing you is that of Borussia Dortmund and Manchester United. Now, something bizarre happened yesterday. Andre Onana was furious, and he screamed at Harry Maguire, questioning how he got to Manchester United. We'll be back.
Back and looking to counter from a high position. So nice that they've started the game on the front foot, not allowing PSV to have time.
In from Yates, but it'll run for Lang anyway. Trying to get the better of Aurier. Does have support. Slipped it through for Van Arnholt. Decent cut back, 2 in the middle. And between them, De Jong and Bakayoko couldn't turn it in.
Yeah, obviously, first time the PSV supporters have seen Noah Lang in their kit, and it's as a wide player, you look to he probably didn't want any saves to make, I don't reckon, in that time.
Is Gibbs White going to have a go, or just a sign of the quality that he possessed? Swish of the boot, and Benitez needed to tip it over. I think it would have gone under the corner. Whips it right underneath the goalkeeper and off the crossbar, in fact. Not sure if he was trying to score or just trying to get it in toward Worrell, who was looking to unsettle Benitez. Nice touch from De Jong. Oh, here's Lang, but the flag is up.